I learned, what did I learn from the youth of 11 million people? I learned every youth wants to be unique. Every youth wants to be unique. That is you. Every youth wants to be unique. That is you. But the world around you is doing its best day and night to make you just everybody else. Now, the question is whether you want to be you or everybody else. You? You want to be you? Not everybody else. Now, if the question being like everybody else is convenient at the first glance, but not satisfying in the long vision. The challenge, therefore, my young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle. You have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight, and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is the unique you. To get the unique you, it's a big battle.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Yes. One, two.
Back in May 2017, I decided to do the longest solo trip of my life from west of India to southernmost point of Indian subcontinent, that is Mumbai to Kanyakumari, and routing Rameshwaram, Dhanushkodi, and the capital of Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. I had never traveled to these places before, and I had very little knowledge of the roads, language, people, and the climate that is awaiting me. I was itching for an escape from my daily routine life, and that's when I decided to hit the roads. I wrote down the plan and the piece of paper, the start and the end points, and the distance I have to travel in a day. I planned for a 6-day ride from 17th May to 23rd of May 2017, which also meant I'll have to cover a total distance of 4,000 plus kilometers at an average of 700 kilometers per day. This was seriously a difficult task for me, but I was very determined to do it. I gathered information about the roads and climate from online sources and my friends. To my surprise, one of my friends, Riven from Bangalore, decided to join me on the trip. On 17th morning, I decided to leave home at 6 am to Bangalore, but that night I couldn't sleep. I'm not aware if it was my adrenaline pump or my fear that kept me awake. I tried my best to take a nap, but I couldn't. That made me more impatient. Every passing minute of being awake would make my ride more difficult. Finally, 5:30 am I got fresh, and with the super strong tea of my mom, I decided to start my ride. By 6:30 am I left home to take the Pune traffic head on. Mumbai to Bangalore is 1000 kilometers, and the estimated time by Google Maps is 14 hours. 14 hours of ride with zero sleep. I covered Mumbai to Belgaum in 7 hours with only one tea break. I was super excited to reach Bangalore, and the Google Maps showed estimated time to reach is 19:30. It was scorching hot summer and the heat wave hit me badly. I could feel the fatigue and my eyes were dozing off. I decided to stop. I splashed water on my face and drank 2 cups of tea, took some photographs and refreshed myself to continue. I crossed Belgaum, Hubli, and when I was approaching Davangere at around 6 pm, I felt strong winds pushing me backwards. There were very dark clouds and thunderstorm and lightning over me. It started to rain cats and dogs.
In the front, it might rain any time. So Bangalore is 150 kilometers now, and see the clouds.
I pushed my bike in an abandoned shed made of coconut leaves and waited for the rains to stop. I was not prepared for the heavy rain since I thought there is no chance of rain in summer. Rain continued for next 3 hours non-stop and I waited till it completely stopped. Finally, I continued my ride at around 9 pm. I reached Bangalore at 12:30 am. Mumbai to Bangalore took me 19 hours. Wow, life is so unexpected. I stayed at my cousin's home at Somanali area and that night I slept like I didn't sleep for years. Next morning, 18th May 2017, I woke up at around 11 am. I had good sleep and was ready to continue my ride to Madurai. Riven had office and he said he will come back by 2 pm and will join me for the ride. I met Riven at around 2:30 pm and we started our ride to Madurai. 6-lane road were excellent, the view was enchanting and we were cruising at good speed. Bangalore to Madurai is 435 kilometers as per Google Map and it should take us only 7 hours. Again, the rain god didn't show mercy to us and the trip was delayed due to unexpected rain showers. We reached Madurai by 1 am. It was 19th of May by then and it was Riven's birthday. The hotel people arranged some food for us, local dosa and some rice stuff called pongal. We made pongal as Riven's birthday cake and celebrated his birthday at 2 am.
It is 1:10 am. It's his birthday today. So what we are doing is cutting his cake.
पोंगल केक
So we don't have cake. अभी रात को 1 बजे बोल के डोसा and some pongal is come.
I started this.
So this is our cake. Cut. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
One more.
birthday dear Riven.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. खा ले और मैं डोसा खाएगा. So the time is 7:30. We are leaving the beautiful city of Madurai now to Rameshwaram. It's almost 178 kilometers from here and it will take around 3 hours.
Madurai to Rameshwaram is 168 kilometers and meant to be an easy 4-hour ride. We started our ride at 9 am with a view to reach Rameshwaram by 12 pm. But wait, there was an unexpected twist again.
You can see the barricades over here. It's well maintained, like the traffic is well maintained over here. Land of Talaiva, Rajinikanth sir. People worship him as God over here. He's a superstar.
This time even worse. We did almost 100 kilometers from Madurai and suddenly saw a signboard, Rameshwaram 233 kilometers more. Riven and I couldn't believe what we just saw and we reviewed the route again. Google Maps self-added an unwanted pit stop and took us to 100 kilometers of wrong route. Wow, lesson learned. You cannot trust Google Maps blindly. To reach Rameshwaram, we still need to do 150 kilometers. So we restarted our ride with dejected faces. None of us stopped and spoke to each other for next 100 kilometers.
101 kilometers. It was 110 kilometers in the morning, 10 a.m. and map took us to the wrong way. Right now, what we are doing is like at each turn we are actually confirming with the people over there. Actually, we can't speak Tamil, but they are able to speak in Hindi. So what we are doing is we are speaking to them and we are trying to understand which way is good.
However, when the last 30 kilometers were remaining, the excitement level raised and the adrenaline pump started. It was fun right then. The view became mesmerizing and we rode with a smile on our face. In no time, we were on top of Pombom Bridge.
Rameshwaram 48 kilometers. Chalo, 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 chalo. Yeah, पहुंच गए. After so much of hell today, finally we are on the right track and it's feeling like heaven for us. Trust me, we were like so depressed at that point of time when we saw 3.5 hours more and 200 kilometers. So damn light blue. couldn't control my excitement to see this. Beautiful. Oh, look at the view. Beautiful, beautiful view. I have no words to describe this. So this is the Pambam Bridge, the one of the best bridges you can ever see.
It was my dream to see train moving over Pambam Bridge. Trust me, this was out of the world experience. There was a smile on my face and emotions were high. We moved ahead to Rameshwaram, searched one of the hotels and checked in. Time was 4 p.m. and we decided to get fresh and move to Dhanushkodi.
We have reached Rameshwaram. The time is 3:41 p.m. Oh my god. Oh. One hell of a ride. So you can see the temple in front of me, the Rameshwaram temple. Just in front of me. No right turn. So I have to take left. That is a temple. Okay, so we finally got the room at Hotel Tamil Nadu. The charge is mini bed, double bedroom, non-AC, 980 rupees. So we were actually looking for sea facing bedroom. So there is a sea facing bedrooms, but that is around 3000 rupees. So 4:40 p.m. Today is 19th of May. We have checked in to Hotel Tamil Nadu in Rameshwaram. We got the rooms for 980 rupees. Now we are going to Dhanushkodi. If you travel for 12 miles from there, you will enter Sri Lanka. So it's so close. So time is 5:15 p.m. We are actually in the middle of Dhanushkodi. It's almost 6 kilometers now. Right now both of us do not have petrol in the bike, and that's the reason we are not traveling further, because agar atak gaye, if we are stuck, then it's all gone. So what we are doing is we'll just go ahead to 2-3 kilometers and check what is there in front. If not, we'll come back again, and tomorrow morning we'll come back again. Just going hard. We are in Dhanushkodi right now, and the wind blast is actually pulling the vehicle towards left. People are actually staying over here. Strange.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there.
So the time is 9:30. Today is 20th of May 2017. We are leaving from Dhanushkoti. We are leaving from Dhanushkoti Rameshwaram to Kanyakumari now. Goodbye Dhanushkoti. Goodbye Rameshwaram. See you soon.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your hard-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
Finally, we reached Kanyakumari at around 5 pm. While I was standing at the entrance which said, "Welcome to Kanyakumari," there was a feeling of achievement in my face. I was very proud of what I did.
So guys, after riding almost 2,209 kilometers, we have finally reached Kanyakumari. You can see the board in front, "Welcome to Kanyakumari." So today is 21st of May, right? 21st of May, Sunday. We are at Kanyakumari. We are going to Triveni Sangam. The time is 6:15 in the morning. We are going to see the sunrise. So we are at Triveni Sangam, Kanyakumari. And how do you feel?
Yeah, unreal, man. This was all I dreamt about.
How is the feeling?
This is pretty much what I wanted to do.
How
So
far
finally-
you traveled for this?
So it must be around some 1400-1500 kilometers, including all the round trips or the passing ticket.
Can you see three different sea?
You can notice a visible color over here. I don't know whether it's because of the different oceans or seas, but yeah, you can make it out that there are more than one water body meeting somewhere up there.
So what color can you see at the end?
So at the edge you can see a deep bluish tint, followed by a bit of greenish one, and then a brackish or greyish one, which is near to the shore.
Next day, 21st of May 2017, we decided to travel ahead to Thiruvananthapuram and explore the capital of Kerala. Riding by the southern coast of India, we reached Thiruvananthapuram. Arvind got urgent work in office and he said he's returning back to Bangalore that day itself. We went back by the same route and reached Bangalore that night itself. This meant again it would be a solo ride for me up to Mumbai. I decided to explore a bit of Kerala with the help of my friend Saj Varghese. I went to Shanmugan Beach, Padmanaswamy Temple. Next morning, I started my return journey of 2000 kilometers from Thiruvananthapuram to Mumbai with a feeling of successful achievement. The return journey was very relaxing.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
So good morning everyone. Today is 22nd of May 2017. I am currently in Trivandrum and I am traveling to Bangalore to Riven's home, and from there I'll travel to Mumbai back after resting for some time. So total distance I have done is 2400. To be precise, 2390 from Mumbai. The time is 7:04 and I left at 6:30. I still have 668 kilometers to Bangalore, and the approx time it will take is 11 hours 22 minutes. I thought I will not vlog because it was overcast, and I was like I'll just ride back to Bangalore and then Mumbai. But while you're riding in the God's own country with a scenic view, you have to see this.
Return journey was very relaxing. I was high on confidence and the pleasure of achieving my personal milestone. The journey through the 4 states, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala taught me a lot, which I will use in my future rides. People are ever ready to help you. They will treat you as a member of their own family and guide you whenever needed. Thanks for watching my epic journey from Mumbai to Kanyakumari. Do like this video and share your feedback in comments, and also subscribe to the channel for more travel videos across India. Thank you once again.